Okay, so the next part is the part that I always try to not forget, and that is this little ribbon. You will see this little ribbon goes into that little spot right there. And it's kind of finicky, but it's not too difficult to do. Just slide that little ribbon right inside there. And you don't want to put too much pressure, but you just slide it straight in as possible, and it only goes in so far. And that's what it should look like, right there. Okay, so once I do that, I snap this little guy on the top of here, and I immediately go to these two screws right in the center here. Okay, there we go. Next, we will do the butt plate. Straight on like that. One screw here, one screw here. Pretty simple. Sorry for the shaking, it is what it is. I shake. Butt plate is on. Next we will do the front piece. Like I said in my previous video, I hold onto this little guy just like this and slide it right into that little spot. And then I put a little down force, because you will see a clip here. Slide the clip in, and it's a motion that goes in like this here, because you have two little boards that are right here. You will slide this down and in, and then that should clip in, but I lost this one. Let's do this again. In, slide it down and in, and that should leave just a tiny little gap. One screw here, one screw here. Okay. Now we go on to the fun part, which is his head. Sometimes this can be a little tricky, but once you get it down, you'll be okay. So the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna take this little guy here. This is his headboard. You're gonna make sure that that little guy is wrapped around just like that. Okay? I normally try to hold him on like that. And you're just gonna plug this little guy right in here. And you see it was pretty quick. Just I put my finger behind it, guide it in the right area, and then just ever so slightly put some pressure on it. Okay. Now let's slide this guy this way so that you can see this. Now here's where I do this. Sorry, I got ahead of myself a second ago. Now is when you put this here just like this, and then it goes over here. So you take the headpiece, I slide this headpiece in so that it's in the hole, line up the hole here for the head in the back. This guy should slide right into two little holes right here. Sorry, two little lines right here. Then you do the face. Face should do the same. Should slide right in. Have two little areas to snap. And if you kind of hold it at an angle, it'll stay there close enough. And then I just drop this little guy right in. If you line up the holes before you push it in this way, it kind of snaps right into place. And that is his head. Everything should snap in, should line up, and then we got the screws. 2 screws on each side. Alright. Then we have these earpieces. See, the fat piece will always go on towards the face. Put the bottom part on, click this way. And you have these 2 pieces. You'll see one piece has a heavy curve, and then it's a lesser curve. The heavy curve goes towards the front as well. Snap that guy down, snap that guy in there. Do the same thing for the opposite side. Fat side goes towards the face. Put the bottom in first. A little bit of pressure. Heavy curve, not curve, heavy curve. That way. Snapped in place. And there you have Vector's head. Okay, arms. Arms are pretty easy to go back on. So what we have here is you're gonna just put the 2 in place. You will line up these little pegs you see here. Let's see if I can get them in here. You see the little pegs and the little holes. You will line them up in this position so that they are all the way up on both sides. They will slide right into the hole. Oh. And unfortunately, because this guy has a hat on already, I gotta remember that the hat has to go on too. So again, they get lined up in the top position so that his arms are up. Both of them slide into this hole. And then you can put the arms down and his head down as well. Next step is putting these little clips in. This little clip. I try to put this little prong. You'll see one of them is longer than the other one. Has the clip on it. I try to put that down always because that's the way it's going to go. So it just got to slide straight through there. Make sure it's straight. You'll see it come through here. And then before I clip it all the way through, try to make sure that I have one of my guys close to it, because then it just kind of pops in, and then you can pop that one in place right there. This one here, you just slide over, same thing, lines up, a little bit of wiggle, and it snaps right into place. And those are your arm configurations. Here is the front piece. This one will just slide right up in, and it will press in and snap in place. And there's the arms. And then for the wheels, we just do the opposite of what we did before, which is take your final 4 screws, flip them on the side, front wheel, back wheel, back cap, front cap, treads, and the opposite. Fairly simple process. Don't be afraid to try this. Once you do it a couple times, it will just be like taking anything else apart. It'll become very simple to you. I will mention that when you're putting these screws in here, do not try to re-screw them down. If they are hard to get in, turn the screw around and seat it the way it goes in originally. Just keep playing with it until you find the right holes. You will know what I mean the second you do it. Caps, wheels, and that, my friends, is how you put together a custom Vector, or any Vector for that matter.